Welcome back. You're tuning into your Feel Good Breakfast Show on your Tuesday morning, and welcome if you've just joined us. Now, we're talking some sport at this stage, more specifically tennis. The US Open has been rather full of surprises as top seeds like Coco Gauff, Novak Djokovic and Carlos Alcaraz made early exits. However, American hopes are still alive with Frances Tiafoe and Taylor Fritz advancing to the quarterfinals, while Naomi Osaka turned heads with her rather unique fashion choices. And we are here for it. It looks awesome. Now, this morning, tennis coach Ricky Solomon and superfan Nazli Abrams joins us to chat about what's been unfolding in New York. Ricky, Naz, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, man.
Let's talk about, because this is an interesting US Open.
Yes.
It really is, because now you have these big names that we expect to see at the end who's not there anymore. Let's talk about the exit of Coco Gauff, Novak Djokovic, Carlos Alcaraz. I mean, how do you foresee the tournament playing out with them not being there now?
Look, we were here not so long ago and we spoke about Coco Gauff being one of the favourites to go through. So seeing her get knocked out, we are both very shocked. And then the other exit was Alcaraz. We were both like, we tipped him for a favourite. We also quite shocked that he's out. I wish I came the day, I wish I saw the first round and then we came for interviews, because after seeing the first round of matches take place, I honestly thought there's something off about Alcaraz. But anyway, so now it opens up the draw. It opens up the draw big time. We both spoke about the fact that because Alcaraz is out, it gives a chance to, because Novak's out, it gives a chance to Frances Tiafoe to make a run through. And because Novak is out, it actually gives a chance to Alex de Minaur to make a run through. So we think it's going to be Alex de Minaur in the semis versus Sinner. And we think it's going to be between Tiafoe and Alexander Zverev in the other semis. And then the Coco Gauff one, man, she just fell apart, eh?
Yeah,
So
it's interesting how it goes, because you have this top athlete, but it might have not been a day, or, you know, we don't know. But I mean, now that hopes of an American champion has been ignited, you mentioned there Frances Tiafoe, Taylor Fritz now as well. Is there any, do you guys foresee a win, an American champion at the US Open this year? No, Nazli, tell me why.
No, so Taylor Fritz comes up against Zverev, who is my pick as a dark horse, right? He's been doing so well this season, but very under the radar. And under the radar, this US Open too. So I think he's coming up against the number 4 in the world. It's going to be a tough ask for him. Tiafoe might have a shot against Grigor Dimitrov, but also in form this season. So it's going to be a short-lived hope for the two of them, I think. That's my opinion. I think Zverev will definitely tip.
You think it'll tip the scales there?
Look, for Taylor Fritz then has one of the hardest runs, because you'll first have to beat Alexander Zverev, then you'll need to beat Dimitrov or Tiafoe, then you'll probably have to play Sinner in the final. So I think it's going to be
a big ask.
Well, let's see how it unfolds. I mean, we're going to have to wait and see. I want to just change pace a little bit and talk about fashion. We're going to talk about Naomi Osaka and what she did, because she said, you know what, I'm not going to pitch up there boring in the normal little fashion outfit. She's collaborating with the designer, and she got 2 outfits that actually turned some heads on the tennis courts. What do you guys make of this? You know, her entering in that kind of fashion.
So I'll answer. The outfit was an ode to a heritage. So that big bow was a Japanese heritage. Yes, but in my humble opinion, for as long as I've been watching tennis, the minute there's talk about an outfit rather than the game, that's how it plays out. The outfit wins. Maria Sharapova was a big fashion statement lady. She played in a tuxedo type dress out in the second round. Serena Williams had a bodysuit, didn't make it past the 4th round, and that time she was the dominant player. So I'm like, just focus on the tennis.
So you say, I mean, I'm all for the fashion, you know, but like you rightly said, I mean, if it starts impacting the way they play or the game itself, then obviously
it does. I think the players today have so much to contend with in terms of media and social media. It's not like it was in the past. So it becomes really larger than life, the statement that you're making. And it gets into your head. And tennis is an intense game. You're either in it or you serve up 60 unforced errors like
absolutely.
Coco Gauff did.
But on the other hand, I mean, these guys are
fun, though.
global athletes. You know, they are under the spotlight all the time. You know, so I can understand. You know, so I think it's a great thing. I loved it. You know, seeing also in the past that you mentioned all the different fashion choices. It just should not get in the way of the actual game today.
Yes.
All right, so let's talk now. Both men's and women's draws. What do you guys expect? Because the US Open is drawing to the close, quarterfinals now. What's the predictions here for you guys?
So I mean, the prediction is kind of still the same.
Same, yeah.
Swiatek for the ladies champion and Sinner for the men's champion.
Yeah.
However, Sabalenka still in the draw, coming up against. We think it's going to be a Sabalenka-Swiatek final. But please don't take our word as God, because anything can happen. At the US Open, there tends to be these type of upsets because the courts are fast.
It's the last major
of the year. People are struggling
are,
with injuries and stuff. So the US Open does tend to have upsets.
Give us this nice little surprises.
So I think for us it's still the same. It's still between Sinner and Alexander Zverev. And it's still going to be between Swiatek and Sabalenka.
If there is a dark horse for me in the ladies, there's a woman called Karolina Muchova. She just took out Paulini.
Yes.
And she's got such variation in her game that, she could throw a spanner in the works.
Muchova's been injured for a while, so she hasn't been on the scene much, but she's back now. She's
found her rhythm,
strong,
she's found her form, she's been a top 20 player. She's going to the quarterfinals and from there.
Yeah, look, if anything up until this point, you know, with the US Open, we've seen we couldn't predict certain things that happened to the people that exited as well. So I guess it's anyone's guess at this stage. I mean, yes, there's those favourites, and from a professional point of view, you kind of look at these, but the courts are fast, like you said. It is injuries, a lot of these guys. So let's see what happens, and of course we'll keep you updated with all the US Open action. Ricky, Nazli, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having
really
us.
appreciate it.